Hey everyone, Tony George, DocSports.com, NFL opening line report, week 14. I haven't seen all these lines, I've seen a couple of them. These are initial reactions, thoughts, raw, candid, unfiltered, without cuss words, of what I think about my initial reactions to the opening lines. And of course, you can comment on your best bets, where I'm right, where I'm wrong. What are you thinking? Side, total, teaser, parlay, money lines, whatever you think. Leave it in the comments below, and I'll go ahead to prove those comments once I filter out the F-bombs, the haters, the links to porn sites, the competitors coming in, putting links to their picks page, telling you they got the super lock of the millennium every 5 minutes, that sort of thing. So, nonetheless, here we go. We're going to start it out. Obviously, last week, we had a 2-2 day, 3-2 weekend, counting Thursday night, and hit our big play of the weekend, which was the Miami Dolphins. They only scored 17 and covered the 4. Of course, they went all the way up to 6 at one point. But playing better ball, quietly winning 5 in a row. I don't think it's going to make it matter in that division, but Buffalo and New England there. And you saw that unfold on Monday night. Wow. I mean, that was just, whoever won that ball game got lucky because of the weather. It was that bad. You know, if I think Buffalo could have thrown the ball around like they like to do with their weapons, Beasley and Diggs, and Knox, a good tight end, very underrated. Allen's got a great arm, can scramble around on third downs. I think they would have given New England all they wanted and then some, but Belichick just ran the ball, and what Jones throw it like 3 times or something. I mean, that's just a crazy Monday night game. Just been crazy any day of the week with that weather there. But nonetheless, there's a lot of interesting and key games this weekend in terms of divisional races, playoff positioning. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. Let's go here. Let's take a look at them. Let me pull them up here, my live odds, and let's start out with Thursday. Pittsburgh, who grabbed a victory from the jaws of defeat, with Baltimore going for it there at the end of the game. We'll talk about that when we bring up Baltimore's game. Pittsburgh on the road here Thursday night. Claypool's out that I know of. Minnesota's got Thielen and Cook out. -4, 45.5 was the open, and now you've got 3 and 44.5 for consensus. I see that MGM's got them at 3.5. I take Pittsburgh. I like Pittsburgh as an underdog, not a favorite. And by the way, Minnesota, nice job against Detroit. I mean, if you take a look, whether you love him or hate him, Cousins has got some of the best numbers in the NFL as a quarterback. Now they got their 2 best playmakers out. At home, Zimmer's on his way out the indoor. Zimmer's gone. He's gone. The talent they have on that team, they should be fighting for that division. Instead of you're losing to a doormat. I'm not laying 3 with Minnesota anywhere, anytime. And Pittsburgh is not a good football team this year. Yeah, they beat Baltimore. Well, what's Baltimore done lately? You know, kind of like me selling picks and, hey, Tony, what have you done for me lately? Doesn't matter what it looks like on the surface. You know, Baltimore's winning games with smoke and mirrors and losing them with smoke and mirrors. That win is significant, but at Roethlisberger, I think it's going to be his last year. I don't know. I definitely take Pittsburgh in a teaser. Las Vegas at Kansas City, my boys right there. Off a big win against Denver, opened up at 10, 52.5, and now it's 9.5, 48.5 in Kansas City. 1 o'clock start, which surprised me. That's 10 Vegas time. There's your teaser right there. Minnesota +9, Kansas City down to -3.5. Winner, winner, chicken frickin' dinner. Vegas ain't going to beat Kansas City in Kansas City. I watched Vegas play them out here in Allegiant. I went to the game with Mrs. George. Kansas City put them on their knee and spanked them. Kansas City has a huge speed advantage against them with their defense versus Kansas City's offense. Huge speed difference. And Kansas City's defense is the best defense in the NFL the last 5 weeks. Arguably. Maybe put New England in there. Holding opponents to 10 points a game. Las Vegas can't get out of their own way. And I'm, quite frankly, I'm down on them. I had them against Washington. They blew that game. Now, Washington's a good football team. You got to bring your A game, but they just 3 points in the first half in your home stadium. Come on. Then you're going to go on the road and play Kansas City when it's 20 degrees outside? Good luck. San Francisco, Cincinnati, San Fran went on the road, laid a big dog turd in the middle of the 50-yard line up in Seattle this weekend. Cincinnati opened up -2.5, 47. And now it is Cincinnati -1, 47.5. You're going to want to check the weather in this game. This time of year, Ohio, Kansas City, anything, east of the Missouri River right now. Not Mississippi, Missouri. You got to start checking weather. East or north of it. See, you've got FanDuel's got San Francisco at -1. Wynn here in Vegas got them at Pick'em. MGM's got them at Pick'em. Caesars got them at -1. Offshore's got them at -1. Westgate's got them at -1. Consensus -1, 47.5. Cincinnati, you beat Baltimore by 40 one week. You lose to the Jets next week. You beat the hell out of somebody one week. Then you turn around and get stomped by Cleveland. Then you turn around and did what you did last week. They had that game right in there till fourth quarter to scoop and score against Chargers. They never recovered. I've said it all year long. I'm going to say it again. I'm not sold on San Francisco. I'll take Cincinnati there. Jacksonville, Tennessee. Ooh, Tennessee off a bye week. 9.5, 50. Now it's 9.5, 44. Tennessee all but shot themselves in the foot out of the playoff picture right now. Jacksonville's just Jacksonville. Tennessee in a teaser or take the under. Baltimore, Cleveland. Oh, boy, here we go. Haven't seen this line. Baltimore opened up -1 and 45, and now it is Cleveland -2, 42.5. Look ahead, so it flipped 3 points. What was this, 16-10 ball game or something like that last time? I mean, the thing about Baltimore is, and I know everybody's crazy about Lamar Jackson, he's an average quarterback. That's right, I said it. An average quarterback. He's an exceptional athlete. You should have him as a slot receiver and have yourself a good throwing quarterback in there. Some sort of a scat back. My odds just refreshed. He can't, when you factor in his ability to throw the football, he's average. Despite what he does with his feet, you can't count on him to win you a ball game playing from behind just because he wants to run it and he can break tackles and do this, that, and the other. Sooner or later, the durability is going to catch up with him, and then what do you got? Cleveland straight up, -2, and maybe Baltimore in a teaser. Check the weather. Cleveland's going to want to run the football. Boy, that's a tough call. I'd take Cleveland there. I don't know. Would you say that Mayfield's a better quarterback? When it comes to throwing the ball, he is. He can scramble around. Mayfield's better than you think he is. You got a 1-2 punch at running back that's the best in the NFL. Got a couple receivers running around. Landry. You got some guys that can make some plays there. Good tight end. Defense is solid. Atlanta, Carolina. Carolina -3, 45. And now it's Carolina -3, 43. What are you going to do at quarterback there? Atlanta in a teaser, 2-teamer, 6-pointer. Dallas, Washington. Washington, look ahead was Dallas minus 549, and now it's Washington. They're at home. It's Dallas minus 448. There's another one you want to put in a teaser with the Redskins. There you go. Right there. Maybe take Atlanta and Washington, a 2-team 6-point teaser. I can only take Washington in that game. There are 2 games behind Dallas in the standings. Dallas has had some issues defensively. Washington finds a way to win. And let me tell you something. Rivera is 1,000 times better coach than what McCarthy is. And I know there's a lot of Dallas Cowboy fans watching this. Sorry about your luck. That coaching you have there, sooner or later, is going to jump up and bite you in the ass. With McCarthy at the controls. Seattle, Houston. Seattle minus 6.5, 44.5, and now it's Seattle minus 7, 42. Under. Detroit, Denver. Denver minus 8.5, 43.5, and now it's Denver minus 8, 42. Denver got beat up by Kansas City. Denver out-yarded Kansas City in that game. Couldn't put it together. Check the weather. I mean, Detroit hangs around in games. I mean, I'd take Detroit there. New York Giants, Chargers. Chargers minus 7. I saw Keenan Allen's got COVID. Huge blow. Huge. Giants win against them this last weekend for a huge top play with Miami. They can't do anything. 44.5, 10.5. 10.5. Boy. I'm not laying double digits in the NFL. Chargers, better team, no doubt. I don't know, maybe take a look at the under. Buffalo, Tampa Bay. Oh, here we go. Tampa Bay opened up minus 353. They're at home. Minus 352.5 right now, consensus. You've got an offshores hanging 3.5 on Tampa. Man, Buffalo, short week, travel. I only take Tampa there. Only take Tampa. Cream of the crop in the NFC versus kind of a top-tier team in the AFC, plus you're at home, plus Buffalo off a game and a, half blizzard win. Monday night, deflating loss. You didn't see the full complement of weapons that Buffalo can bring to the table. Might want to take a look at the over there, too. Chicago, Green Bay. Oh, God. Green Bay minus 12.5, 45.5 was the opener. Now it's 12.5, minus 43.5. That is the Sunday night game. Oh, God. Terrible game to put. Why wouldn't you flex this out? Who wants to watch the Bears fumble screw around? You got a lame duck coach. You don't have any quarterback play. You don't have any big play receivers down the field. You know what? Give me Green Bay. Yeah. You want to lay 12.5? Tony, you want to lay double digits? I'll lay them. You definitely put them in a teaser. Maybe with Seattle. Get Seattle down to minus 1.5, that Houston game. Houston can't beat anybody. And Seattle's terrible, but they ought to beat them by a 1.5. Just me and you drinking a beer, taking a piss over a fence post. Arizona at home on Monday Night Football against the Los Angeles Rams, who struggled for a while until they got it going last week. 2.5, 51. Now it's 3 and 52. Wow, didn't Arizona? Let me look something up here since we're all talking, all friendly and everything. Didn't Arizona got these guys earlier this year, and that was on the road. If you're not buying into Arizona, the thing of it is, you got Arizona. They're above average on offense, only putting up 368 a game, ranked 10th. With the Rams' offense is ranked 5th. They're 3rd in passing in the league. Gets good defenses. Stafford likes to give it up, and Arizona's got a good defense, and they're 5th against the pass. Ranked 5th overall in total yards allowed. 4th and only allowing 18 points per game. They both put up 28 a game. Wow. What was the head-to-head? I forgot. Arizona 37. Rams 20. Let's take a look at the box score. You ever study box scores? If you don't, you should. I used to do it in the paper. Okay, Arizona had 27 first downs. Ran for 216 yards on 40 attempts against them. Passed for 249. And had 3 sacks. Rams ran for 121, threw for 280. Wow. What was time of possession? 11 minutes advantage for Arizona. Obviously, if you're going to run the ball 40 times for 216 successfully and put up 37 points, you're going to win time of possession. They don't close that gap at time of possession, they're never going to cover that spread. Let's see. Last 4 times these two played last 2 years, 3 overs and 1 under. And it went over. The total was 54 last time. So this is indoors, by the way. So they dropped the total down to 52. I'd lean over there. A little bit over on Monday night. I got a relatively strong opinion on the side play here. I'm going to keep that to myself. Thanks for tuning in. This is the NFL Opening Line Report, Week 14. Leave your comments, what you think, below. Remember, these are not handicap picks. These are just initial reactions, me and you having a chat about what we think over a beer at the sports bar. What do you think about this upcoming games this week? We're going to get serious and handicapping for you this week on a nice 6-3 run in the NFL. We'll be ready for Week 14. Let's get after it.